picture. You're perfect. I got your back.
Okay.
With a second winery now online and approximately 350 hectares, how many bottles does Rutini produce annually?
We produce about 14 million bottles a year.
What percentage of that production is sold domestically versus for export?
30% of the total production is for export. So we are still a very domestic market orientated company.
For the percentage that you do export, who are your major markets?
United States, definitely. Canada is the second one. But now Asia is been growing dramatically year by year.
Tell me about your export markets within Latin America.
Latin America is very important for us. We have increased very much during the last year, mostly Brazil, Colombia, and Venezuela.
Why is the Brazilian market important?
Brazil is very important because Brazilian people is really knowing about wines during the last 10 years. So we are going together with them in this process of learning about wines and pairing with food. So we are very well known for the Brazilian people also coming to Argentina. So Brazilian people come to our country for vacations, for the mountains of the Patagonia, so they can learn about the Argentinian wines and Argentinian culture.
Pilar, as PR manager for Rutini, I can't think of anybody better to give me the history of this company.
Well, thank you. Well, by the way, this company is a kind of ancient company. We started in 1885 when Felipe Rutini arrived to Mendoza, Argentina. As many other immigrants, he knew how to elaborate wine. So, well, we are kind of one unique in a kind. Nowadays, we are in hands of Argentines. Late in 1994, the company was sold to part of the shareholders to Catena and also a person called Venegas Lynch, very known Argentine people and families related to the wine business.
The thickness of the vines behind us, pretty thick, indicates a certain age on that. How old are they?
They are 38. They were planted in 1973. But what is really interesting to know is they were planted in the same place where Felipe Rutini did it in 1885 when he first arrived with the vines here to Mendoza and developed the industry.
What's it like working under an iconic winemaker like Mariano Di Paola?
Well, just to think about it is kind of pretty tough. But then he's such a great person and such a efficient professional. So in a way, he makes things really easier. And I didn't know much about wine, though I'm a Mendocina, that Mendocinos usually know about wines or at least drink wine. But he's a person who can really teach you a lot. So it's pretty easy and it's an honor.
When you were learning to be a winemaker, where around the world did you study?
I work in France. The more important is in Napa Valley.
Are you a first generation or a second generation, third generation winemaker?
The first generation winemaker. My grandfather and my father, no. He dedicated to the beef.
Butcher.
I have 14 brothers, and I is unique for the winemaker.
As an award-winning winemaker, what is your favorite wine to make?
For the wine, my favorite is Chardonnay, and the red Malbec and Merlot.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Breakfast in the vineyard, wonderful. Thank you very much.